Hey, what's going on, Israel? All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Israel. So I have a quick question. I've been getting this a lot in my inbox, and a lot of people, feel some type of way about it. Is 501c3 wicked? So let's go into it. We're going to find out if 501c3 wicked. All right, so check it out. This is 501c3. It's for exempt purposes. Internal Revenue Code Section 501c3. The exempt purpose set forth in Section 501c3 are charitable, religious, educational, scientific, literary. You see that? The one we want to look at is charitable, because certain plate of Israelite camps are non-profit organizations. So being on the laws of the land that's deemed by God, they have to fill out these forms, family. I once used to think it was wicked too. You're looking in the wrong section. All right, so the section you want to look for is the personal grants that the government grants the pastors to open these churches. These Israelite camps that y'all hate that name, it's a trigger word, is not getting granted by the government. They're opening these schools themselves, but they still have to sign paperwork called the 501c3 because they're on the laws of their captors, family. Okay, you want to look into the personal grants that the government is willing to pay pastors. You got to ask yourself, why are they willing to pay pastors for those grants? Because them are the ones that can preach a certain word. But these brothers that's in these camps are preaching everything that the government says not to preach. So where is they being just like the Christian church? The Christian church is not telling no one to keep the commandments. The Christian church is not keeping the Sabbath day holy. The Christian church is not keeping the high holy days. So you can't put them with the Christian church, okay? You have to get your facts straight and do some research and stop looking for the tea. We love drama, okay? Let's find some more facts. Now let's take it biblical. All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of Yahweh. That means if anything is over your head, the Lord said, I put them there. The powers that are ordained of Yahweh. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then be not afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of Yahweh for thee, for good. Okay? But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth the sword in vain. Excuse me. For he is the minister of Yahweh, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. Okay, now we got to find a precept to show that he's a revenger of them that doeth evil. Now let's find out who this person is. Okay, Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. You see that? All right, now let's go back to Romans to find out the rest of what the Lord says we must do as commandment keepers. Okay, back to the book of Romans, chapter 13. Now we're going to finish off. We're going to start at verse 5. Wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. For this is the cause. Pay ye tribute also, for they are Yahweh's ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. Render therefore to all their dues. You see that? Tribute to whom tribute is due. Custom to whom custom. Fear to whom fear. Honor to whom honor. You see that? Now, if you think I was just misreading that or being bonkers, let's read it in the NLT. Okay, this is the New Living Translation, just in case somebody think I misread it. It says, everyone must submit to government authorities For all authority comes from Yahweh, and those in position of authority have been placed there by Yahweh. So anyone who rebels against authority is rebelling against what Yahweh has instituted, and they will be punished. For the authorities do not strike fear in people who are doing right, but in those who are doing wrong. Would you like to live without fear of the authorities? Do what is right, and they will honor you. You see that? That's your neighborhood police, which we know that they're not doing all the things that's fully, but that's what the Lord first put them there for. But we're going to show you what's going to happen next. Let's find out who else has to pay tribute, and was he wrong in doing so? Okay, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 17 and verse 24. And when they were come to Capernaum, they that received tribute money came to Peter. These are your tax collectors, people that you have paid taxes or pay rent to the land, right? And said, doth not your master pay tribute? He saith, yes. And when he was come into the house, Yahushua prevented him, saying, what thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute? Of their own children or of strangers? So he's asking him, who you think they're going to charge? Their own people or strangers? Verse 26, Peter saith unto him, of strangers. Yahushua saith unto him, then are the children free. All right, so what Christ is saying in that matter is, of course they're going to charge us. We're not their family. When we get back in rulership, the Lord says, then we're going to be the tax collectors. We're going to be the money changers. We're going to be the ones they need to get a loan from. But right now, we're still in the land of our captives. Now let's find out what the Lord going to do after this is all said and done, after we was obedient and we did what the Lord said to do. Isaiah 34 and verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. And who is Idumea? He's going to go into it. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. You see that? The Lord says when that's all said and done, then he's going to turn back, because it goes back into what I was just saying. What the Lord placed them there for, they were supposed to be that. But of course, you know it. He's wicked. He's the devil the Bible speaks of. And the Lord says, I'm going to come back and my sword shall be bathed in heaven. The Lord is going to bring vengeance for us for what we have been enduring, family. Okay? All right, so once again, just so y'all know, man, we have to pay taxes. This the thing. People get mad at these brothers for paying 501c3, right? But then you pay rent. Don't you live in a house, apartment? You pay rent. You pay a car note. You pay a water bill. You pay a gas bill. You pay for your damn Netflix. But then have a problem. We have to stop finding excuses to go against each other. This is one thing I never thought I would say. We talk about the mother nations, but one thing the mother nations know how to do is they know how to stand together, for better and for worse. When it comes to Israel, we need any excuse to throw you down to the ground and step on you. You know where we learned that from? We was taught that by our oppressors who hate us with a perpetual hatred. We have to break the chain, family. I'm not going against my brothers and sisters. If I don't agree with a certain brother or sister, then that's just what it is. That's just my issue with that person. I'm not going to hate the rest of the whole nation because of one disagreement. We have to learn to stick together more than what we're doing, family. We sitting here breaking apart, finding any excuse to call ourselves not an Israelite because we seen one person do wrong. No, I read the scriptures myself, and I'm going to keep the commandments. Thus saith the Lord, man. I read the scriptures. I seen with my own eyes. I should have common knowledge and common sense to know how to divide the scriptures and how to use common sense and not find an excuse to bring drama or sow discord amongst my brethren. Okay? With that being said, I love y'all, Israel. Shalom.